Okay. Austin area motocross scene. Houston. H-Town. What town? H-Town, that's right. Why are we here? Supercross Futures in town. It rolled into town. Thunder. You heard the thunder. Yes, I know. Hey, listen, I'm here with vet rider extraordinaire, Cliff Thomas, number 482, running in the over 40 class. Woo. Now, Cliff, for those of folks out there that don't know you, just give a little bit background where you're from.
I'm just a country boy from a little town of Tig, east of Waco. Born and raised in Texas. Rode dirt bikes since I was about 5 years old, and just trying to give the dream to my son and daughter to have fun with motocross.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of father racing, sons and daughters racing, or mothers racing, sons and daughters racing today. It's a great thing. My kids race. Perspective as a father racing. Now, does your daughter race, or she just rides?
Well, I bought her a dirt bike, not for the intention of racing, either nor my son. She rode it a few times, decided she just liked to ride, she didn't want to race.
Yeah.
We tried a couple of the small events, like the Winter Series, and Jack seemed to like that, so we've just continued with it. This is our 4th year now doing it together.
Okay. Your lovely wife is here with us today. I won't bring her on camera. She's like, she wants to kill me right now. But how does she feel about the kids racing or riding or dirt bikes in general?
I would have to say she's the best wife in the world. She gives the kids and I a lot of freedom and allow us to kind of do whatever we feel we want to do any given day. So it's really nice to have her on our side for support.
I gotta tell you, we were just talking about a rider that we know that got injured here today, and it's a dangerous sport. It's a dangerous sport. And your husband getting hurt or you getting hurt is one thing. You could take pain. You look like a tough Texan. Okay? You could take pain all day long and spit it out. No worries. But your kids, it's a different. You watch them in a different way when they're riding. Is that true?
Absolutely. I feel that any child that I'm watching riding, I feel like they're part of my family, and I've seen a couple of really nasty looking wrecks today that just broke my heart, not only for the kid but for the parents and the guardians. And I feel like I should give support for everyone. My kids come first, obviously, but we've had a few ups and downs during the races, and you just have to persevere and keep trudging along and not let that break your spirit.
Yeah. Now, you said you've been riding and racing since you were 5 years old. There must be something to it, and then to get your kids involved with it, there must be something positive about it that you would even want to have. Why would you consider it? You're an old man. We're old men. We should be enjoying the fruits of our labor. I don't know. It seems like that, fruits of our labor. Why? Like, what is it about this sport that you want to continue it with your family? What do you think it teaches? What did it teach you? What do you think it's teaching your kids?
Well, unlike a lot of team sports where you have to have character built within the group of youngsters or young adults, any type of motorsport or racing in general, maybe it's an Olympic sport, it takes a lot of individual courage that you can't receive that from anyone else. You have to give that to yourself, hoping that the parents help you, encourage you, teach you not to quit, don't give up, fight your fears, have faith that you can actually overcome your fears, break the barrier. I think you can only do that by an individual sport.
Yeah, I would agree with everything you just said. Everybody knows the history of my kids. Yes, and parents are like, why would my own mother? She's like, you want to kill yourself? Go ahead. But your kid's like, why? And I'm like, Mom, it teaches so much. Overcoming fear, confidence.
Absolutely.
Okay? the excitement of knowing a race is coming up, and you can't be out doing drugs or smoking pot or drinking. I mean, like, it keeps you out, like, it's totally focused on the task at hand. And then, you know, one of these things, like, I try to tell people, listen, life sucks and it's hard, and we shelter our kids sometimes. I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but when a rider and a kid is out on the track and they go down, they're on their own. They got to get that bike up and they got to get back on the track. That's life. Yeah. Life. Sometimes nobody's around to help you.
It is not. You have to find the strength to tell yourself that I'm not going to call it quits at this exact moment. I'm going to stand up, use all the strength, and adrenaline is pumping through your blood, and you pick the bike up even though it might weigh twice your body weight. Start it again and finish the race. Even if you get lapped, you know what? You still have to finish to the checker.
And there's something about that in yourself. Like, you're like, hey, at least I finished. Like, you know, there were several riders in the pros last night. They could have just came off the track. Cianciarillo was one of them.
Yes.
But he fought back and finished, you know, like, it was really something to watch.
He went down twice in that race. Yeah. And he finished. He didn't give up because he knew that he had to finish for the fans, but for himself. He could not quit on that race.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I could talk about that all day. All right, so you come here now. How many times have you raced on a Supercross floor?
Oh, this is the first time.
First time.
Yes.
You know how many times? You know how many times I've heard that today? Every single time. Every single time I've interviewed. Yes. Okay, so you've obviously been to Supercross before. Witnessed it in that way. What was your feeling this morning at 7 o'clock when you walked down that tunnel onto that track in a cathedral that holds 70,000 people?
Honestly, the first thing I felt was relief, because they actually smoothed it out a little bit. It was really huge yesterday.
Yeah, it was big.
I mean, they took at least 2-3 feet off the finish line. The whoops were a little bit smoother. They had rollers, so it was just a lot simpler of a track to flow through for amateurs. But I was still worried. I wasn't worried at all for Jack because he can do whatever he feels at any given moment. I was worried for the daddy. But I gave it all I could today and persevered. Didn't make it to the main, but that's okay. We still have one more main for Jack later, and it's going to be a good day.
I tell you, I was talking earlier, you know, we've had Supercross viewing parties. We've had friends over that don't ride, okay? And, you know, we're all watching this, you know, and I'm jumping up and down screaming, and they're like, what's the big deal? I mean, like, you know, so I'm telling you, if you walked on one of these tracks, just walked on it, you would have a whole new appreciation for what these guys are doing in and week out. You look at being around the sport, like how technical these tracks are getting. Is it good for the sport? Is it bad?
I think it's very good for the sport. It teaches everyone that it can't be easy every time you show up. There are some motocross tracks in Texas that might be easier than others. They might be difficult for an even advanced rider, but I think the tracks need to be difficult. There needs to be sections that can be handled by beginners or amateurs. But it needs to be tough enough to where they have to persevere to overcome the barrier, break through the wall, and say, you know what, that might be a 60-foot double, but I'm going to jump it today and figure it out. And this track, it's right on the cusp. It's not crazy, but it is tough. The soil is very firm. They've got a lot of fillers in it. It's not like any motocross track in Texas whatsoever. It's very firm. It's difficult. It's raunchy. When you're going through the whoops, it wants to beat you up. But it's tough, and everyone should enjoy it. And there are some really fantastic riders here today, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you showed up. You gave it your best. Didn't make it to the main. Did you have fun?
Had a blast. Love to do it again.
What was some final memories of your race experience. What did you think? Like, well, I probably could have done this better today.
Probably
Finish line.
jumping the finish. Yeah, I was a little scared today. That's okay.
Now, last night it was a triple.
Yeah.
Tonight, today it's just a double. So they they were launching it triple last night.
Yep.
And here you are, a skilled rider, saying on the double part of the triple, not so much.
Well, so it was still a double, but they really shifted the double out a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of in the middle, I would say.
Okay.
And they did actually shave and rolled the edge of the finish line a little bit, but some of those guys were launching it pretty high. But yeah, last night they were going above the tower.
Yeah.
Which no one was doing that today. But there are guys. I was in the 40 class, so almost everybody was in their 50s. I think that I was racing with today, and they were smoking me. So I'm proud of them. They're a lot braver than I am. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. So anyone that you would like to thank for being here today and experiencing this fantastic thing that the AMA and Feld is doing.
Jesus Christ above all, just for the opportunity to be here around all these wonderful people. My beautiful wife, the support from my family, my kids. We had a great time yesterday. I had a lot of family that came down from North Texas yesterday, so this is really fun.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me here.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're glad you stopped by. We're gonna have pictures of you.
Oh God.
Not doing the catapult. Not doing it. No, we would never do that. There's always air some way, isn't there? There's always air somewhere in there. Okay, so listen, let's talk over 40 rider. Over 40 rider. He is done for the day, but the boy isn't.
Nope.
So you turn into a cheerleader for the rest of the day?
Yes, I can actually go put on regular clothes and chill.
Yeah, very good. And we'll talk to him in a little bit. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.